Okay. So, I just want to make it very clear that this is the daughter texting me right here. And then this. And then I never received, nowhere on here does it say anything about finances. Or, hey, we haven't received the check. Like I just told her through public message, she absolutely should have reached out to me had they not received it prior. So here's, I understand I didn't think our finances, okay, so this is where on the 14th of December, has anyone shown interest in the 2 horses that you said have not sold yet? I said, no, unfortunately not. The old gelding probably isn't worth much, and the other one, Gay didn't pay a lot for. I advertised them, and I guess I'll accept offers. Okay, thank you for all your help. I really appreciate it. Any word on the money for the others, when the others will get to me? This is literally on the, just so you guys know, as far as money talk, December 14th. Our water well pump went out and they are working with me as far as getting them paid for the work. And I said, yes, Jacob said he'd mail it as soon as he gets home. He was supposed to be available this weekend, but he had my grandmother's, my grandmother's passed away and then her funeral Thursday. So he has cells today and tomorrow. But after Thursday, I will get back to you. He said, okay, I understand. I just trying to give the guys an answer on when they will get paid for fixing our water well pump. I don't want you to think I am being negative or being an ungrateful person. My response was, nope, I understand. I just don't have any control over the finances at all. But Jacob said that he would be more than happy to mail a check as soon as he gets home. I understand. I didn't think our finances would be an issue either way, but at this time, our money is locked up. I would just need the well guy informed. I said, I understand. So that was literally that day. So I told him that it was going to be the following week on Thursday. So that was the 13th. And I informed him the following week on Thursday. So let's just look at the calendar. So the 13th was a Thursday. So the following Thursday was the 20th. We put the check in the mail on the 22nd. No problem. So on 16th, I get a text message on the 16th. Now, he knows that not until the following Thursday, okay, will the check go in the mail. He says, hey, I am sorry for the way I have been acting, but with the loss of Gay, my brain and mind has not been normal. I didn't respond to that because this man had already badgered me for the money. I told him when Jacob gets back, to the point that I didn't even have checks in my checking account. And I finally just went down and I told Jacob, because Jacob was like, we don't write checks. They gave me 3 temporary checks. The third one, he has. So I just want you to know, it literally, they are numbered at the bottom. I'm going to cover this part up. They're temporary. So there's 4, 5. So they're in order. They're temporary checks. And I literally just got a temporary check to slip in the mail to them because I was like, man, this guy is badgering me. The agreement originally was I would sell all the horses. When all the horses sold, I would mail them 1 check for all of the horses. 2 of them haven't sold. So technically, per our original agreement, I don't even owe them yet. Now then, on December 18th, took our granddaughter for her first pictures of Santa Claus. Great. After you have been kind of ugly to me to the point that you even had to kind of apologize through text message per this text right here. Then he says, hey, can you give me a call? And this was on the 16th after he sent me the long text about how he was sorry. And I said, hey, not today. Tinley is home and we're walking into lunch with her Nana. So then the next day I get a picture of their granddaughter, whatever. Mail the check. And I literally have not thought once about this since then. I just assumed I mailed the check. They have it. Now then, with that being said, his daughter is saying that I have not, she literally said that I do not answer my phone or reply to their text messages. Okay, well, this right here is where the daughter texted me. I replied. And then she texted me a picture of Gus, a video, and just basically said hey, don't you think that if you felt like I owed you, that you would have both been texting me and have proof that you've been hey, where's our money? Hey, where's our check? Hey, where's our... Don't you think? Or is it just me? I know, Lynn, you weren't here for the last video. But I mean, I'm just asking you guys, do you not think that there would be multiple text messages from them to me that I was not responding to regarding the situation? Do I not deserve like a courtesy call or a courtesy text message that's like, hey, by the way? I mean, how do you guys feel? Don't you feel like before you make a post on Facebook, you should give somebody like the benefit of the doubt? Star party, make sure you send stars. I'm just wondering. I mean, because the post is, I mean, yes, no, maybe so. I mean, I can still see it. Like, she blocked me. Here's another thing. She blocked me on social media from being able to see this or respond. Like, is that not also okay? This is what the post says. I don't usually post to personal business matters on social media, and I especially don't like to post about things in a time of hurt for my family, but being taken advantage of, and we are 100% honest, my mom has been taken advantage of by someone she trusted and by someone who called her friend. From anyone who knows my mom at all, you know that the horses were her life and her love to rescue, put love and attention to make them better. She did a great job of that. I could ever understand. With that being said, my mom came across Thompson Livestock Company. My mom trusted Tara Sanders with everything she had. Over a span of time, my mom bought 6 horses from her. My mom even trusted Tara enough to take Vegas to her and gave him to her because he needed things that my mom was not able to provide for him, and Tara was the person she trusted to do that. When my mom passed away, I knew that we would not be able to financially take care of the horses the way that they needed to be taken care of. Tara willingly agreed because they asked me. I didn't ask them. To take the horses back, plus 1 to sell for my dad. She agreed that she would not charge to sell them, and that she received the money, she would send my dad a check. She posted these horses using my mom's name as an eye catcher because many people from the group knew my mom. I did, absolutely, because they were her horses. She sold 5 of the 7. She told my dad she was going to send a check for $8,500 because that's what the horses had brought thus far. We have not seen any of this money. First of all, it's not even been a month since the horses arrived at my house. Tara now won't answer phone calls, text messages, or anything. Tara won't even let us know if we can come get the 2 horses she still has, if she still has them. None of that's true. None of that's true. But I air my business because these people have aired it first. I mean, come on, Betty. Ryan has even went as far as to call her husband Jacob, and Jacob would tell Ryan that a check was in the mail. We did mail the check, but why would you call Jacob? Ryan is coming to get the horses tomorrow. Okay. I will let you know when he is an hour out. Okay. First off, your daughter lied multiple times online. And I do want the horses gone from my property. I do not mind giving you a cashier's check, but I can tell you right now that the post needs to be removed, and under no circumstances have you, your daughter, or him called me or text me regarding this. So why would it be okay for either of you to lie online regarding the situation, saying that I am not answering your text messages, or that I'm not answering your phone calls, or that the 2 horses might not even still be on my property? Why is it okay for your daughter to lie? I did you a favor, and under no circumstances do I deserve this. Okay, I by no means ask for sympathy, as most people will say this is the horse business, and honestly anything in the horse business is a risk. I just want people to be aware of the kind of people and their ability to take something from someone when they are already in their worst times. Again, under like yes, this is about gay. Her daughter accused me of stealing their horses. Like stealing their horses and not responding to them. And truthfully, I am beyond fucking mad. I just told him the post needs to be removed. I am sorry, but my attorney did just text me back and informed me that this should just be taken to court and I should only pay them minus what I am owed for defamation of my character, as this was defamatory and inaccurate, as I was never texted or called. So to state that I am not replying to either of you and that I have not allowed you to come and get the horses is more than defamatory. It's also libel, because it's a downright lie and it attacks my character and my business practices. Also, upon picking the horses up and being paid, I will need a cease and desist order signed by you so that this does not continue. That's what my attorney said. I am beyond livid, and at any point you could have picked up the phone and called me, or you could have texted me and let me know that you either haven't received the check or that there was an issue. Under no circumstances have I done anything but help you and your family, and I am furious over this. So, you guys tell me, how do you feel about this? How do you feel when you do something? You have to remember that in these circumstances, when I sell horses to my customers, okay? And I don't profit off of them, you're taking money away from my family right at Christmas time. So I sold these horses for their family to my customer base because I felt like his wife was my friend. And the fact that his daughter posted this about me is unfucking believable. And the comments underneath it are terrible. People are like, oh, it's just terrible. Not at all taking her side because I think she's sketchy to begin with, but it's the holidays and the mail is taking longer. At least somebody that was like, I don't like her. She told my dad she had money 2 weeks before Christmas. No, that's not right. I told her dad, and I have proof right here, that it would be the following Thursday, right here. This literally was on Tuesday, December 14th. That we were going to be out of town and that Jacob had sales, and that when he got in the following Thursday, which was the 20th, we would mail a check. So I have proof that her dad knew that it would be the 20th that we were mailing him the check. Yes, this is the lady that died on the phone when I was on the phone with her. Yeah, it's fine that you need money. It's fine that you have hounded me for this money. It is fine that you have badgered me for this money. But at the end of the day, as of the point that the 20th rolled around and we put the check on the 22nd, actually, put the check in the mail on the 22nd, if they had not received it, don't you think that I deserve just like a courtesy? Like, hey. Hey, Ryan.
Hello. So I'm just asking, I don't care about any of the drama. Do I need to come get the horses in the morning or not? That's all I need to know.
Yep. So here's a couple things. My attorney wants for you and your wife and Mike to sign a cease and desist.
Okay, well,
because here's the thing. Okay, here's my problem. Mike, nor your wife, nor you have reached out and called me. I have not received a text. Mike was told that on Thursday, when my husband got back in town, we were leaving and I would put a check in the mail. That was like on the 14th. And it was the following week that I told him that was going to happen. So we put a check and it actually went in the mail, I believe, on I believe it went in the mail on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. I need to look back. We have tracking. But do you not feel that I deserve, like, hey, Tara, by the way, we haven't received this before you fucking libel, slander, and defame me on public social media? Don't you think Mike should have called or texted me?
Hey, hold on 2 seconds. Okay?
No. This is...
No, just hold on, please.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, please. All right. I have been very busy, okay? I have not been in town very much. I have trucks broke down in different parts of the country that I'm trying to get back. Okay?
So hold on just a second. So I'm supposed to have sympathy, but I'm supposed to have sympathy for your problems when your wife is slamming me on social media for something that's untrue.
Ma'am, I'm not asking for any sympathy at all, okay?
I have none. So none of that's any of my business. So I don't give a fuck about your problems. Let's get that straight.
Well, that's fine.
Now, I do want these last 2 horses off of my property because your wife even had the nerve to say that they might not even be on my property. Then she tells me to take them to the sell barn and sell them. Why would I take horses to the sell barn and sell them for you if I'm going to be accused of stealing them? That makes no sense.
I can't control what was said. That is not my problem, okay? I am asking... I will show up tomorrow and I will pick the horses up, okay?
Okay.
I will give you a text message when I am an hour out.
Okay. And I don't mind. Jacob said, here's the thing. I can cancel the check. That's not a problem. It's in the mail. He had me send it. Now, you also know that he had me mail it one place and then, no, don't mail it there, and it had to be rerouted. You do know that too, because I do have proof of that as well. Let me tell you the 2 addresses that he gave me. Hold on. Let me tell you the 2 addresses. He originally told me that he wanted it sent to an FM, like 700 something. And then after it's mailed, he tells me, oh, I'm so sorry. It needed to go to 2701 White Settlement Road.
Okay.
So, first of all, has he checked the original place? Because the address that Jacob was given is not the address that he then tells me, secondly, to send it to after it's been mailed.
All right.
Do you know that?
The first address, I can tell you that a check has not been delivered there because the first address is my business address.
Okay, but that's where it was sent to. And then I called and tried to see, since it had tracking, about rerouting it. And they told me that I don't in my car, but I do have it. And I told both him and your wife I would send it. Here's what I did tell him. I can cancel the check. That's not a problem. And I can get, the money's in my account, so I can do cash, cashier's check. My husband offered to wire it in the morning.
If you want to do cash dollars is fine with me.
Okay.
We can time it out on the hood of the pickup, and we'll be good to go.
Okay, but your wife needs to take her post down.
The post will be taken down when the horses get picked up.
No, that's not happening. That post needs to be taken down tonight. And when you come get the horses and I give you cash, you are going to have to sign a cease and desist letter. And if your wife ever posts my name again, I'm going to sue the shit out of you. I'm actually been texting an attorney tonight to sue your wife because here's the problem. Her post has multiple lies. And when you lie, that's where I have grounds to sue. She said that 2 of the horses that she said Tara will not let us know if we can come get the 2 horses that she still has, if she still has them. When have any of you contacted me to come get those 2 horses?
Again, I've been out of town. I have no idea.
Okay, so, but your wife has never contacted me, and Mike has not contacted me. She also said that you have contacted my husband and I, and we have given you the runaround, and you're admitting right now you haven't spoke with me on the phone before.
I spoke with Jacob last week.
And he told you that a check was mailed, which was the truth.
He told me check is in the mail. That's all that he would say.
And so here's...
That is all that I have done.
Okay, but as of the point that the check hasn't come, why would you or your wife or your father-in-law not just call me and say, hey, Tara, we haven't received this check. Do you mind wiring it? Can we do something different? Why do I deserve a post like this, slandering me and my business when I did y'all's family a very big favor? Those are horses that I sold to my clientele, when I could have sold that same clientele different horses and put money in my family's pocket. So please explain to me how I deserve this from your family when I did y'all a favor and took money out of my family's pocket and put into your family's pocket.
I have no explanation for that because that is not my deal. I was asked to go pick up 2 horses tomorrow. That is what I called about. I'm trying to figure out.
I understand this, but your wife's post, if your wife's post, of course they're still here. Absolutely.
No, I'm not accusing you of anything.
Okay, but I'm telling you that in order, the post needs to be taken down. Absolutely.
Okay.
Under no circumstances would I try to keep anything from your family, including the money. My problem here is that your wife posted multiple lies on social media regarding this situation to defame my character, to slander me, and to try to hurt my business when I did your family a huge favor. A huge favor. I've charged y'all nothing and had 7 horses on my property. So anyway, I'm going to call my husband. I think I'll probably give you a cashier's check so that I have proof that it's paid. But here's the deal. Before you drive onto my property, the post needs to be taken down. Not after you load the horses and drive away. Before you pull on my property, that post needs to be gone off of social media. And when you come, we are going to sign a cease and desist letter. And if this is ever brought up again, I will sue. And if that post is not taken down, you're not coming and I'm suing you. I'm just telling you. You can tell your wife she's as good as sued. Because it's lies. It would be different if it was 100% truth. But under no circumstances has she called me, has she texted me. Mike has not called or texted me. Her excuse for this was, well, my father just doesn't want to be a bother to you, so we thought this would be a better way to handle it. I'm pretty sure that you've probably had people owe you money before. Let's see. Do you call them or do you just make a random post on social media? You call them. You call them. I didn't beg you to sell those horses. You guys asked me to take them. I did this as a favor, and it's not even been a month. Do you realize I haven't even had the horses a month? Like, it's not like it's 6 months and I still haven't paid you. It's not even been 1 month from the time they were dropped off. Like, come on, Ryan. Like, you're a business person. You work in the agriculture industry, and you know it's also Christmas. So if I mailed the check on the 22nd, it's not a surprise that it's not there yet. I do not deserve what your wife has put me through. I do not deserve to be talked bad about, and I don't deserve to be slandered when I did y'all a favor. Now, I want the post gone off of social media. I want the other 2 horses picked up off of my property, and I don't mind giving you a cashier's check.
All right, I will head your way in the morning, and I will let you know via text message when I'm an hour.
But I'm just telling you, if the post is still on social media, you're not pulling in my front gate.
All right, that's fine.
So you tell her to take it down, you come get these horses, and we will be done.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Now, how fucking fair is that to me that that's the first fucking time that they have even bothered to contact me? They still lied. It doesn't matter if they received the check or not, Lisa. They lied in their post. Why wouldn't you just call? Why wouldn't you just call and be like, hey, Tara, you know, this is Kathy. Sorry to bother you, but we haven't received that money. Like, can anybody tell me why I deserve this? Can anybody tell me why I'm made out to be a bad guy in moments like this? I took money out of my family's pocket. My husband was furious that I did this. He was like, do you understand? Do you understand that it's Christmas time and you just sold 5 horses to customers of ours? When I have horses standing around that haven't sold, I have horses standing on my property that I own that have not sold, that I could have sold to those same customers and put that fucking profit in our pocket. Do you not understand how wrong it is what they've done to me? And then there are people that will defend them just because it's me. Because it's me and my husband's a killbuyer. People will defend them. And be like, oh, I do have, Melanie, I do have tracking on it. It's not a problem, but I don't have it in my car. I don't have it in my fucking car, and that's to be expected. It's 8:41 at night. Who knew I was going to need tracking to a check that we mailed? But I'm telling you that this is absolutely unacceptable, and it's heartbreaking for me because I genuinely don't generally do people favors, but I can tell you that this is a favor that I've done, and I absolutely... She said that Tara won't even let us know if we can come get the 2 horses that she still has, if she still has them. And then Ryan admitted that he's never contacted me, but he called Jacob one time a week ago. You've got to be fucking kidding me. That's how I feel. I feel like I never want to do anything kind for anybody ever again. That's what I feel like. I feel like next time somebody calls me and they're like, hey, my daughter needs a horse, and not my fucking problem. Not my problem. That's how I feel. Gay was my friend. And grieving is not an excuse to do this to somebody. Just because you're grieving, you don't get to fucking lie. You heard me tell her husband. Yeah, I got on there and I literally got on her post and was like, first of all, I have tracking, and like, let's set the record straight. And she blocked me. And the only reason that I can see it from my other phone is because she doesn't have that social media to block. I just don't deserve this. My business doesn't deserve this. My family doesn't deserve this. Like, this is what I get for doing something nice. Like, does anybody ever feel that way? I shouldn't have to threaten to sue for them to pick up the phone and call me. Nope. I'm so angry. You know what's even worse? We bank in Louisiana, so I have to drive from here tonight at 8:43 p.m. all the way 3.5 hours to Alexandria, Louisiana, so I can get a fucking cashier's check at my bank there in the morning to drive it back here. I swear to fucking God. So if you ever contact me and I am not nice to you, just please know that I'm just a bitter, jaded, fucking petty human being. Just please know that I absolutely, okay. Daddy is gone to cells. So just know, when you realize that, like, I'm a petty individual who really doesn't have any sympathy for your problems, it's because when I do have sympathy for your problems, we can no longer be friends because you take advantage of it. So I'd rather just treat you like shit and we can just not be friends to begin with. Hey, I need a cashier's check, so I'm going to drive there so that I can get a cashier's check from the bank. I've got to be back here tomorrow to meet them. No, I can't do that. Well, that's what I'm going to do. So, better. All right. Okay. Hey, Brandon. Are you... Yep. So those two horses, and I don't care if y'all do it at breakfast. You just need to run them and have them in the catch lot. Yeah, just in the morning, just take them from that pen, and the other one, since Outlaw is not super halter broke, just, you can catch the roan horse and then just run the bay horse behind him down the alley and just put him in the catch pen. I'm going to go to Louisiana so that I can get a cashier's check. All right. Yep. I told him that if his wife didn't stop and didn't take her shit off, that they weren't coming here, so. Okay. All right, bye. The original agreement was that I would be more than happy to sell the horses for him. and that I was not supposed to mail them a check until they all sold. The original agreement was that when all the horses sold, I would mail them one check for the entire amount, and then they needed the money before that happened, so they wanted me to mail money for the 5 that had sold. Because getting money orders, you have, like, my bank card doesn't have, it just doesn't have that big of a daily limit. So to get money orders, I think my bank card has like $1,000 a day limit. It's not really, maybe $1,500. I have not been this angry in a long time. I can wire it to your account and get it in Palestine, please. Okay, Jacob is going to wire it to my account in Palestine. I didn't even think about that. My account in Louisiana is like where all the board money and stuff goes, and I recently opened a bank account here in Texas. I just texted Jacob and I said, I actually forgot that I opened an account in Palestine. So thank you so much. That's a much better idea. And he said, I just honestly can't believe that you don't charge them for being there. And I said, I just want them gone and this over. I'm genuinely gutted. I never do nice things and this is what I get. And he responded, no good deed goes unpunished. Yeah, this is not okay. What they've done is not okay. Is Jacob in jail? Why would he be in jail? Like, Jacob has never, like, I just honestly just am gonna ban you because you're a fucking idiot. I mean, just so we are on the same page, like, oh, you know what? I can take the cash. I can take I forgot that I have all this cash. I can just take the cash that I have and then just go get money orders that way, is what you're saying. That makes sense. See? Y'all might be smarter than me. Let me text Jacob. And his fucking wife, instead of, like, just allowing us to defend ourselves, his wife keeps like, Jacob got on there to post, and his wife blocked Jacob. So, if you're not lying, why are you blocking me and my husband from being able to defend ourselves on your post? She's blocked me on both Facebooks now. Why did you have to post the... See, it's shit like this right here and now. Like, I'm getting the fucking lecture from my husband. You know, like, where your husband is telling you, like, why the fuck do you do stuff like this? Like, fuck people like that. We have plenty of horses to sell. Why would you, like, so now my husband is literally, making a bad situation worse. Like, normally he's kind of like, what he was there is he's there for me, but then he turns around and starts lecturing me because... Do you guys ever have a husband like that like... And he's just kind of doing the, like, I hope that you learn from this so that you don't continue to, just basically Jacob thinks that we shouldn't be nice to people. Yeah, he's just basically saying, like, this is why you don't do favors for people. This is why you don't help people. Anybody ever feel that way? Like you just need to take a deep breath because your blood pressure got up and now you just fucking need to pass out? It's not okay to try to, like, defame and ruin people. It's not okay. I mean... It would be different if I was literally doing things and... What are you talking about? Jacob has never been to jail. Like, why would somebody say that? Like, how is he texting you in jail? Why would he be texting me? What are you... First of all, my husband is not in jail. Like, calm down. How is he texting you if he is in jail? Why would Jacob be in jail? Like, what are you talking about? He's at a sell barn. He's at an auction at a sell barn. Like buying cattle. Oh, good grief. Also, just... I don't know. I just don't even know what to say in moments like this because I feel like I'm a really good person sometimes. And I feel like I have bent over backwards to be amazing to the people around me. And I feel like one of the hardest things that I did this year was I bent over backwards for Aspen and she shit all over me. And I thought then, like, man, this really sucks. Like, this is so hurtful to do so much for somebody that basically used you. And as if that wasn't enough, then to have Desi work for me. And when I fired her, only to figure out how much money she had taken and just truthfully how awful she had done me. I try so hard not to be bitter. Like, you know, like I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I don't want people to be like, oh, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I never want for people to feel like I'm a bitter person or a jaded person. I always want people to feel like I am somebody that will build you up. Like, all I know is that Elizabeth and Brandon and Jess can tell you, even Dylan can tell you. I have a message right now from a company. I just want, like, this is the kind of stuff that I live for. Like, I just want you to know, like, it just said, I'm so glad to hear your customers are satisfied with us. Honestly, we have never had anyone do for our company what you have done for us. We have done a lot for people and we'll never know how grateful we truly are. And it's been my pleasure to make those for you. And so, like, I try to do so fucking much for the people around me. I don't know if it's just because I have been acute, like, I just want to build people up, like the big company, the supplement company. Like, I try to build up everyone around me and make them feel like they are great. We have one life to live. Like, when I meditate on my mat to keep this fucking short ass temper of mine under control and to just be like zen, I think of ways, like, it's when I come off my meditation mat, of like how to build other people up. Like, I think of ways of like how to make other people be great. You know, like, I literally think of ways of, like, Dylan, like, he's a horse hauler and he has his daughter, and like in between hauls, he lives an hour and a half from here and he doesn't really have a day-to-day job. So I literally made a position at my facility for Dylan to come and like ride bike, second opinion, to not only help the horses, but to help him to take care of his kid, to have extra money coming in. Like, I try so fucking hard to build everyone around me up. I hope y'all see that. Like, I hope that when I die, the one thing that people can say about me is that I built them up. Like, I was given these opportunities because she helped me. Like, she did this for our company. She did this for our business. Like, she was fantastic to us. You know what I mean? And to do something so kind for that fucking family, and to take money out of my family's pocket right at Christmas to help them in their time of need, and to have his fucking fat bitch daughter. Oh, I wish I could just, I'm not a good person. I'm not, because in moments like this, I remember why I have to meditate and why I have to, like, pray that I'm forgiven for my sins, because I'm a terrible human being. I want to fucking lay hands on her. Like, does anybody else go through this? Am I the only one? I mean, I obviously am having an emotional breakdown on live video again for the second time in a month. The last emotional breakdown I had is when Gay got killed on the phone with me. So now that I'm having another emotional breakdown and my brain is just bleh, can anybody tell me who's Ryan? Someone said Ryan shared her damn post. Okay, well, if Ryan shared her post and he just sat down on the phone and said, you all heard him say that he didn't know what was going on. My problem is that they blocked me so that I can't defend myself. So, these are horrible fucking human beings. You ever feel like sometimes in your life, like, yeah, he did. He shared her post. I mean, she has me blocked. He doesn't, but she does. So, see, I can't see what she says because, okay. I don't even know what to say, because if that post isn't taken down, I'm not letting them come. Yeah, he did lie, because he actually said on the phone, it's on here, that he didn't know what was going on. how can people just lie so comfortably and then like try to ruin somebody? Like, it's okay if I was a shitty human being, you know, and I was like avoiding them and I was like not trying to solve this. Well, Lacey, you can say his name. There's no legal reasons. His name is Ryan Kidd. Ryan Kidd called me and said that he didn't know about his wife's post, but he shared it. So now, here I am in my car. Like, I just can't wrap my head around it. Like, the lies. Like, it's just, he's a liar. His wife's a liar. They're fucking liars. And all of this is over $8,500. And I just want to make it very clear to the world that I carry that much cash around in $100 bills. Just come to my house and get the fucking cash. I don't think cash is okay, but hello, this is Tara. Yes, ma'am. I think I need to hear it right now, right? Like, somebody needs to tell me that they admire me before I fucking drive my car through the front of someone's house. Well, thank you for the kind words. Well, how can we not at this point in time? Because humans fucking suck. Well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. We're 2 days in and I've had 2 days of drama and I just fucking want to quit already. I just don't know that the money's worth it anymore. Everything was laid back. See, my husband said that the other day. Somebody said, like, boy, Tara has a lot of drama. And you know what Jacob said? I would love for somebody to open the door on my vehicle. I have a gun. I will blow them into tomorrow. Somebody said, lock your doors. I'm like, I don't trust me. Please open my door tonight. Please. But my husband said the other day, somebody told him that I have a lot of drama, and my husband was sitting there and he laughed and he said, you know what's really funny? I live with her and she is the least drama of any human. And it's so funny that drama finds her because she never starts it. But then Jacob laughed and he said, but when drama comes calling, she is the first one to answer the phone and drag everyone for filth. And I was like, maybe I should get better about that. But I don't want to be better about it. I don't want to be better about it because I'm tired of being accused of things I didn't do. And I'm tired of people feeling like it's okay to talk shit about me when I have done nothing but help you. I am over it. Well, my life's mission is going to end up with me having a felony charge. I just need to rebuke that, right? Don't wish that into... I just cannot handle this. I think I need... So listen, my therapist was like, I don't understand. She was like telling me the other day, she actually said to me one day, she was like, Tara, I just think that you have a weird, like, I don't remember how she said it. It was like a big word. And she basically like where you think people are talking about you. And she was like, if you just knew that people are not, and I'm like, ma'am, I have an entire hate group on social media dedicated to me. Please don't tell me that I am making up in my mind that these people are like out to get me when they really are. And then things like this catch me off guard. Like the moment I start to like, it's the moment that I start to being like, you know what, people are not bad. I love people. I am a good person and I do good things and I am a great human and I am going to change the world. Shit like this happens and I am like, I want to burn their house down. And then I have to wonder, am I really a good person? Am I really? Because I'm telling you that yeah, I don't think so. I think good people, when shit like this happens, like go to their house and cry about it and then like get embarrassed and act like it didn't happen and just want it to go away. That's what good people do. I'm a psychopath. I don't do that. I get on live video in front of 800 people and like cuss them and call them out and do horrible things. Okay, well, I'm going to go to my farm and probably let Brandon make me a drink. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you. Goodbye. Do you know what good people do? Do you know what good people do? Good people go home and they like, Jacob, I am probably just done with humans. This is the last time, I promise. I will never do anything nice for anyone again. Alright, well, I love you. I'm live still. I'm having a fucking emotional breakdown on live video. That's what I'm doing. Bye. So, what bothers me is that he called me while I was on live video and told me that he didn't even know about his wife's post when we have proof that he shared his wife's post. So if that is not proof enough that they just lie, they just lie. That's how I feel. So, maybe that's the thing. Like, maybe that's it. Maybe I am a decent person. I'm just, maybe people have, sometimes I think, this is what bothers me, and this is like what I've been trying to explain to my therapist. Sometimes I feel like I'm a really great people person, and I love people, but horrible human beings have pushed me to the point that I am aggressive. And it is very hard for me. It is hard for me because I want to be nice. Did you know that my husband and I, a couple of years ago, gave a pony away? A lady posted on social media that her son, who was really young, had a pony and it had died. And my husband called me and said, hey, I want you to find that lady and I want you to give her a pony. He said, I'll buy a pony at the sale barn, or if we already have one. I reached out to her. We fundraised for the transportation. We got the pony to them. And do you know that 30 days later, she was posting photos of the pony, like when she received it versus, and when people would say, where did she get it? She would say, oh my God, this poor pony was in the care of the Thompsons and she drug us for filth. Did you know that? Do you know that that was one of the most gut-wrenching things? Like, I told my therapist about that and sobbed. This has been like one of the very first therapy. I just sobbed. I was like, my husband, who has like been to jail and been wrongly accused and ended up catching a felony for something he really wasn't like in control of, but he was like victim of circumstance kind of, but my husband is too proud to be like, I'm a victim. So he just took the blow. Literally has every right to not like people. And when he saw that, this was before we had Tinley, my husband saw that post. We had no money. I mean, we were still like barely making ends meet. Like, you know, Jacob had his truck repossessed. I mean, this is back in the day when we had nothing. My husband gives a pony away. We fundraise for transportation, and that lady drug us for filth. She was like, I don't support kill pens, and the only reason that I took the pony was to get it out of their filthy hands. That was one of the first things in my life, like as an adult, that I realized that like, it doesn't matter how kind you are. People are horrible, horrible humans. And so let's fast forward like, I mean, it was one of the most gut-wrenching things I've ever been through in my life, like as an adult. And my husband did it. My husband, and I'm telling you, Jacob is not as nice as I am. In a different way. Jacob is a better people person, so like he can hide his jaded bitterness better than I can. So like Jacob's never going to get on live video ever in a million years and like have a breakdown. That's me. I'm the psychopath that like needs counseling and possibly to like be, like fucking rehabilitated, which is probably why I love what I do so much, because I can see in these horses, like when they're fucking shitty, I'm like, you know what, man, me too. Like, I'm a fucking asshole. Like, I can call a horse a piece of shit asshole and know that there's still a lot of good inside of it, because I too, in moments like this, am like Tara. I promise you that I am somebody that, like, when I lose my temper, I go from being like, he, to like, I will throw hands and beat you up. And it takes a lot. Like, I'm telling you that it has taken a lot for me to, like, back off that cliff and be like, it's not appropriate behavior to throw hands. Now, you come on private property in Texas, you're going to catch these hands. So, I don't know how many of you naturally are aggressive animals. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody on here naturally aggressive? But I think that as a young girl, I lived in El Paso and I learned to be assertive because I was around a lot of kids that were being jumped into gangs, and I had to learn to stand really true in who I was, because I went to Cañutillo, which if you don't know where Cañutillo is, just Google it. And when I was in elementary school, my peers were being jumped into gangs in the 4th grade, and I didn't want to be in a gang. So I had to be very assertive, and that's not something I'm going to do. Like, I'm just going to be, but I was also white. So I got called güera, güerita, you know, like pinchy güera. Like, people would tell me I smelt like a white girl. Like, I mean, it was just weird. I was the only white person, especially with green eyes. So it was really hard on me. Then my parents moved from there to Oklahoma because my dad thought Oklahoma will be better. It's more white kids and Tara will fit in there. But coming from that environment to a very country environment was shocking, okay? Was shocking. And guess what? The girls my age still fucking didn't like me. So then I came from where, like, you talk shit about somebody, they're going to fight you. They're going to throw up and fight you. Like, put them up. We're not going to, like, be drama. We're going to fight. So my reaction to girls spreading rumors was, I'm going to beat you up. Like, I'm going to beat you up and I'm going to shut you the fuck up. Well, that in small town Oklahoma is, like, mind blowing because people there don't lay hands on each other. So they took me out of the freaking wilderness, you know, over here with the wolves that eat each other, and put me with the kangaroos. Okay? So here I'm a wolf in a fucking kangaroo environment, and I don't fit in. I don't fit in. And what's even worse is I'm blonde-headed, green-eyed, and I had big boobs in the 7th grade. I had C's in the 7th grade. So every boy in the 7th grade was like, hi, boobies. So guess what? The girls still fucking didn't like me. Then I finally just decided, why the fuck would I want to be around any of these people that don't like me? I'll just go to work at the barn every day. So I drop out of school and I just work my fucking ass off, and here I am. All I have done is worked my fucking ass off and tried really hard to be decent to people and to fit in, and I'm still getting defamed all over fucking social media for a favor I did to a friend's family because she got killed. So now I am a trash panda. But let me just explain this. Here's the thing about pandas. We're real cute, right? But if you actually Google it, we're one of the most vicious animals in the entire world. So, see, Tammy, you and I were the same kind of people. So I'm just telling you, I am just somebody that, like, has just tried really hard to be good to people. I just desperately want for people to like me. They don't. I'm fine with that. So now I don't fucking like you. That's how I feel sometimes. Do you ever feel that way? Like, I just want to be friends. I want to like you. I want you to like me. I want to be nice. But I'm also not going to let you walk all over the top of me. Yeah, but here's the problem, Jody. Like, the reason I used kangaroos is because in Oklahoma, the girls were more like kangaroos. Like, they wanted to kind of be vicious and, like, box you with their feet and, you know, be like, but the truth is, like, a wolf will just grab you by the throat and that's it. Trash pandas are raccoons, but if you look, they're really vicious. I know, Elizabeth recently caught a raccoon and had to set it back loose because it kept trying to claw her face off, and it was not what she thought. I don't know. I genuinely think that my therapist just needs to see me more than one day a week. Why do we spend our entire adult life trying to heal from trauma that we didn't create? Do you guys ever feel that way? Do you ever feel like you're just spending your adult life trying to heal from problems that you didn't create? Like, I don't deserve this. I didn't do a fucking thing to that family but help them, and look at what I'm having to go through. I just hope that my mess is like a message for one of you. Like, I really genuinely hope that you guys, like, right. The girls in high school and in middle school were so mean to me. They were horribly mean to me. Kangaroos are mean, so were they. The difference is I grew up around wolves. Like, I grew up around wolves. I grew up around a lot of people that in the 4th grade were being jumped into gangs, and they were really loyal to each other, and they were really vicious. No, Kristen, it's completely, some of this is past life bullshit. I'm sure that in a past life, there's no telling what the crap. I have to pee. I almost feel like I should pull over on a dirt road and go pee on the side of the road, but I'm just going to sit here and drink my fucking coffee, and thank God I do a million Kegels and don't piss myself anymore. God, after I had Tinley. Anybody else have a kid and then every time you rode or did anything, you peed your pants and you were just like mortified? That was me. My problem is, I genuinely did this. I did this to help their family. Oh no, my therapist was mortified when I showed her the Ugly Truth group. She was like, oh my God, these people really, and I'm like, yeah. And she was like, okay, well, yeah. I'm just telling you, like, I just feel like I've spent my entire adult life trying to heal from trauma that I didn't cause. But it is my responsibility to heal from it, right? Like, we're not responsible for the trauma that other people caused us, but it is our responsibility to heal from it, right? And it is my responsibility to still treat all of you with the utmost respect, regardless of how those people have treated me. That's what I tell myself every day. I tell myself every day, when I start to get mad or I start to just be like, fuck people, like, I don't want to do this anymore, I tell myself, like, it is not other people's responsibility. I can't do another phone call tonight. I cannot, like, I genuinely cannot treat other people poorly because of those people's actions. Don't take it out on other people. Don't be ugly to these people because that person is sorry. And I tell myself that every day. Every day. I do love people that will, like, I'm getting tons of messages from you guys privately that are like, I support you. I fully see both sides of this and you are not in the wrong. And I'm so sorry they've done this to you. And this is terrible behavior on their part. But you know what? It doesn't matter if this is terrible behavior on their part, because there are a world of people out there who just know that my name was involved in something scammy. And they will forever, for the rest of my life, remember me as the person who, you know, is involved in some kind of scam. I literally took those horses and sold them as a favor. Tried to be kind. Tried to do something nice, and shame the fuck on me. I've got to pee. I cannot handle it anymore. I better get off of here. I don't want to, because right now I'm hurting and I'm the weirdo. Let me tell you, I don't know what is wrong with me, and I have told my husband this. Ooh, these bumps are bad on my bladder. Oh God. My bladder is this full. I am 2 teas and a coffee in. For some reason, when stuff like this happens, I think because I never had friends when I was younger, so I just didn't know what companionship was like, but I craved it so badly that now as an adult, when bad things like this happen, I genuinely just crave you guys telling me it's okay, because I didn't have friends growing up. So it's like, I need that companionship. Like, I need all 600 of you to tell me, like, you know what, Tara, it's okay, and you're not a bad person, and you didn't deserve this. I think that's part of why I go live all the time, and why I let so many of you guys be a part of my life, because I just desperately need friends, because I spent my entire childhood without them. I do. Like, just so you know, like, if you're wondering if I'm, like, secretly fucked up, I am. I really am. I really am. Because I feel like as a kid, it's awful to not have friends. Like, it's awful to feel alone. It's awful to watch everybody else go to the ball games and have friends, and to not, like, I wasn't a bad person. Do you guys ever feel that way? Like, I never did anything to those people. Like, this started when I was a child. Like, this kind of shit would happen to me from, like, when I was a kid. I just wanted to be friends with all of those girls, and they were raised really different. I mean, growing up in Kenya, the majority of the girls that I went to school with were raised really different. And when I tell you genuinely that they were, like, being jumped into gangs, I'm not kidding you. Like, in the 4th grade, like, I went to school with some girls that already had tattoos. Like, I'm not kidding. And then there was me, and I was just like, hee hee hee, like, hi, I'm Tara. Like, I'm little and blonde, and I don't fit in, but I just want to love all of you. And they were like, get the fuck away from us, you stupid weta. Like, that was literally my life. And the first time I ever had to fight somebody was in the 2nd grade. Like, I had 2 girls try to jump me, and I, like, literally had to, like, box up like a big girl. And I'm just telling you that happened to me in the 2nd grade. And if you think that didn't cause some fucking trauma, and you guys wonder, like, why I won't let Tinley go to daycare, like, my God, nobody's ever going to scar my child the way that I've been scarred. Like, I am a genuinely fucked up human being as an adult, just trying to, like, not be fucked up over things I didn't cause. And then stuff like this happens, and I am like, I don't ever want to be nice to anyone again. I don't ever want to be nice to you. I don't want to be nice to your family. And I would say mean things, but out of respect for your mom, I won't, because she was my friend. Their mom was my friend. So I would never, I mean, I want to be like, but no, I'm not going to, because their mom was a fantastic fucking human. Her and I had conversations like this, you know, like, she is somebody that I spoke to in private about the kind of things I'm talking to you guys about right now. Like, no, I don't want to call anybody. I don't want phone calls. I want to go home and sleep. But I want for you guys to know that if you ever feel alone, don't worry. Me too. I have the greatest spouse in the world and a wonderful times. And I don't know if that's just part of depression. I don't know if that's part of my anxiety. I don't know if it's overcoming those things and finding myself, like,